Alright y'all, we're going to do a little tutorial today on how to harvest and cure eggs from freshly caught salmon. I'm not entirely sure which ones have eggs. I believe this one does. That might be the only one. So we're going to cut them open and see if they have eggs. So the first step is to make sure that you're wearing gloves. Gloves are most important to not get your human scent on the eggs prior to starting the curing process. And then just a bag to put the eggs in, good old trusty knife. So we're gonna cut into this one first. It's also important to bleed your fish as soon as you catch it. That allows it to release as much blood as possible throughout the fish. So if there are eggs, there'll be less blood in them. Alright, so we have a female here. Just gonna scoop out this skein of eggs. For coho, they are a little bit smaller, but definitely still usable. Alright, there's one. And you want to make sure that the water does not touch the eggs. That's the most important. These are some gorgeous fish. Alright, second one down. Let's check this little buck out. Okay, yeah, they're all hens. Awesome. So each one had a little skein to contribute. Thank you for your service. Alright, now that we got the skeins out of the fish, we're going to finish this tutorial at my house. Made it back to the house so we can continue where we left off. We'll just go over some of the essentials that we'll be using for this video. Not too much, pretty basic stuff. We're just going to use a main cure. For me, I'm going to choose the fire cure, just because I like the color when it's fully cured up. And some borax as well to help the eggs get a little bit firmer, drier, so that I can get a couple more casts out of them when I'm in the river. And then for some scent, I'm just going with the Potski krill, which is totally optional. These two are totally optional. You can totally get away with just using the fire cure, and I've caught eggs just by using the fire cure, so I know it works. And yeah, just a knife to get the eggs cleaned up from the blood. There's a little bit of blood in the skein left, so we just want to try to extract as much as we can. Some paper towels, clean up the mess, and then some gloves to keep your hands from getting super stained. So yeah, let's get started here. We're gonna get the eggs out. And I'll show you real quick as far as the blood that we're gonna try to get out. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera, but there's a thin vein almost that has just a little bit of leftover blood. So we're gonna try to get those out first before we actually get the cure on. All right, so this is how we'll do it. You just want to make a little cut at each end. I don't think it matters too much, and then just gently scrape along that path where all the blood is currently at. And then you want another paper towel to soak up that blood. You want as little as blood as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect either, just try to get as much as you can. And that's good for me, so these are good to go. Okay, so next step of the process is you want to make sure your eggs are as dry as possible. And then we're actually gonna use our knife to butterfly these open. So how you do that is you take the knife, you're not trying to go through all the way to the back side. You just want to cut down maybe halfway through the middle, just so it butterflies open. You can also use a pair of scissors or just use your hands, whichever you want. You just want those to fan out so you can get the cure and as many eggs as possible there. Well, now that we have the eggs flayed out and ready to go, we're going to start with our main cure first. We're going to do just a generous serving on each side. Just try to hit all the eggs. Just do a light coating first. And then you're going to want to massage that in. And if you missed any spots, you can come back through and just hit that top layer first here. But since these eggs are so small, I'm not going super thick. Just enough to cover all the eggs completely. All right. This process should start working pretty quick. Perfect. Okay. And then I like to go with the krill scent next. Don't really have to do a lot, just a nice dusting. Perfect. That's it. Cool. Now we'll do the borax here. Actually, I think we'll flip these over and do the backside first with the fire cure. These eggs are already looking really good. Beautiful color. And we'll just get the backside. Kind of massage that in. Hit all the spots. Perfect. Sweet. Now we're just going to top it off with the borax. Don't need a whole lot of this. Just a nice little sprinkle on both sides. Like I said, this is just to help the eggs get a little drier, more firm. And we'll hit that with both sides. Perfect. Now that these are good and cured, we're going to put them in a Ziploc bag, and then we'll put that in the fridge for 24 hours, and then we can either fish with it the day after or freeze them. I think they're good for about a year or two, from what I understand. And then yeah, we should be good. Thank you for watching this little tutorial, and I'll catch you guys next time on the river. Peace.